We make a quick move, and I want to introduce you roughly into the new instruments for funding, because now you know all that. FP7 is almost done, and also the CIP, the Competitiveness and Innovation Program. I don't know if you know that. There have also been a lot of opportunities to apply, also on research topics. Yeah. There are new instruments, and these new instruments, most interesting for you, are the Horizon 2020, which is a follow-up, not only of the FP7, and the COSME project. And this is the headline of what I will present now. So the innovation aspects of Horizon 2020 and the COSME program. What I try to do in the remaining time is to tell you what it is, what is new compared to the old environment, and what are the priorities. This program is still not approved. The budget lines are still in negotiation. So we don't know everything yet, but we know already quite a lot, so that you prepare yourself. Please always go to the participant portal of the European Commission, where you find all the information, yeah, and also on europa.eu. These are the places where you are continuously updated with information what is going on there, and please collaborate on top, as I said before, with the Enterprise Europe network in your country here, and also work with your national contact point, because the national contact point is also your opportunity to get the information tailor-made, handmade for you. And they are very aware, because they sit in the committees. They get always the information ahead of other people, before they are on the internet. So the Commission, what is the Horizon 2020? The Commission set up a proposal for 80 billion euro to prepare a new program, 2014 to 2020, for research and innovation funding. It's very important. Research and innovation together. Very, very important. This was sometimes divided within the Commission. I'm very happy personally that it's again together. Part of the proposal was a new EU budget. So the total EU budget, part of it is this Horizon 2020 and the COSME project. It's complemented with structural funds, education, and so on, all the other instruments. A core part of Europa 2020, so the Horizon 2020 is part of the wider policy, which is Europe 2020, the Innovation Union, and the European Research Area. So this is how it is developed. Yeah, there's a continuous exchange between the different DGs, DG Enterprise, DG Research, the Parliament, the national instruments, in order to design and to learn from the experience out of the past. New headline is the Commission wants to react to the economic crisis. Yeah, there are a lot of challenges, and it needs to be invested in future jobs. And when we talk about research, this means also research exploitation, because if we exploit research, we can create new jobs. If we sit on it and it's in the cupboard, there's no added value out of the research besides creating knowledge. We need to address people concerns about livelihood, safety, and environment. So there are continuously topics like green energy, saving energy, house insulations, everything that is helping us to better work with the resources. And these topics are continuously updated. And it should, of course, strengthen the EU global position in research, innovation, and technology compared to other big markets. The Horizon 2020 is a single program, and it brings together 3 separate programs from the past. So the Commission is also learning from the experience that they put together what should be together. And here, I think with the Horizon 2020, they did something very well. They combined the former programs of the Research Framework Program, FP7, together with the SIP, together with the EU contribution to the European Institute of Innovation and Technology. If you separate it, like it was in the past, what often happens is that they finance the same thing 3 times. Yeah? And they do not even realize that things are separated and not brought together. And what is the task of Europe is to bring the things together and to capitalize on it. Yeah? Therefore, much better to use Enterprise Europe Network for your technology transfer, yeah, instead of trying to do it just on university website level. The priorities are excellence in science. So this is for the researchers, of course. Industrial leadership, this is the exploitation of it and capitalizing on it in order to be competitive and have not more and more jobs going abroad to low-cost countries. And of course they have to tackle the societal challenges like aging generation and so on, health problems. Excellence in science, okay, this is more political. Why? I think I gave all these arguments before. Yeah, there's no doubt about why this is needed. Let me move a bit faster so that we come to the more crucial things. Industrial leadership, I think, is also a self-runner. Yeah, why we need that, and I gave you some ideas why research can play a role here. Yeah. SMEs, we know, if we check, for example, German economy, you know where the jobs were created in the last years? Most of them, only in SMEs. They were not created in the big companies. The big companies still reduced, and the SMEs, they created. They are the ones that takes over the responsibility. They have much more responsibility to their employees and understand, you know, it's not the hire and fire thing. Yeah, in a big multinational organization, it's much easier to say, okay, we need to reduce 10 million, and therefore we need to reduce this amount of personnel, this department, and so on. SMEs think a bit different, and that's the reason why they are continuously the SME in the focus of the policymaker. Yeah, and they understand the importance of this, even if they have no lobby. Yeah, this is the other problem of the SMEs. They have no lobby. No strong lobby machines. That's the reason why I try to be engaged in the INSME, International Network for SMEs, and TII, because these are the associations that take care for SMEs. Societal challenges is also you know, the targets, they are moving, changing. Yeah, we are tackling continuously new challenges, and we have to make the proper research to tackle them. And if we work together within Europe, you know, 27 smart countries work together, try to solve the problem, we are much better than instead of one country trying to do it. The way it is designed, you see it here. Yeah, there are these pillars to tackle the societal challenges, create industrial leadership and competitive frameworks, and then you have the frameworks where you have the different, like in FP7, yeah, where you have ICT, nanotech, biotechnology, space, and so on. But it is together in the program with the societal challenges. So, for example, if you take biotechnology, you can find a link to the societal challenges, yeah, aging generation, whatever. Yeah, and of course, this was also a missing link, the EIT. European Institute of Technology. This needs to be connected, and the joint research centers. This needs to be connected to the programs. Yeah, and so the New Horizon 2020 is trying to put this together, have the international cooperation, European research area. So to work together in Europe more strongly, more easily, but also to make it easier to work together, for example, with China or with US. There's also an element in there. Simplified access, easier instruments. And how does the partnership work? Partnering. There will be kind of 3 different ways of collaboration. What is really appreciated and what the Commission wants to foster further, public-private partnerships, the PPPs. There have been test projects from the European Commission. I'm running one of these. Imagine is a PPP project, an integrated project, which is a PPP. Yeah, complicated word combination, but it means that this is a project that goes closer to the market, closer to the exploitation. It takes the industry more in responsibility to use the results afterwards. They ask us to pay 50% of the bill of this, yeah, where we have large consortia and where it's a bit unsecure how the exploitation paths will follow. So the project management, the coordination is very crucial here, yeah, and the Commission wants to push it further. The future will be less projects, but more impact. It does not necessarily mean that they have to be bigger, yeah? That now they will only run the 15 million or 25 million projects. No, that's not the case. But what they want to see is a strong collaboration between research and industry. So public-private partnerships are a core. Therefore, all what I said before is really valid, yeah? It prepares you for the future. The public-public partnerships are also very important. It's a strong element there. We have to define properly what is funded by a national government and what is funded on EU level. How do we avoid the double financing of instruments, and how do we find the proper agreement what is done on a European level or on a national level? And that is mainly done through the ERA-NETs, European Research Area, ERA-NET, ERA-NET Plus, INCONET and INNONET. And then through participation in joint programs between the member states and European Innovation Partnership. This is not a funding instrument, but it helps with coordination of broader policies and programs. So this is a kind of an instrument in order to have a better policy exchange. Simplification. This is important. The Commission is in a tricky position. You know, we all, when we run a project, we all complain about the bureaucracy in reporting and, you know, all these reports, financial report, activity report, complicated. But on the other hand, we are also the taxpayers, and we want to see the justification that the Commission is not funding everything in order to increase our tax. So this is a balance, yeah? And the Commission tries really with everything they could do in order to have it easier. It's always a balance between the two shares. Yeah. So it's a single set of rules. Very attractive seems to be the one project, one funding rate, where you have a maximum of 100% funding of the total eligible cost. That is important. It's a bit different than in FP7. So 100% of the total eligible cost, all the costs accrued via the project, plus a flat rate, 20% of direct eligible cost. And the complicated follow-up of the overhead rate can be forgot for the past. So you can forget about this complicated stuff that sometimes in audits is very complicated, especially for industry partners or small, medium enterprises. It was very complicated. And that is gone. It's covered by a flat rate. The evaluation criteria will be simplified, but you see it again, impact and implementation. Yeah, so this is very much connected to exploitation, what we said before. And there are new forms of funding aimed at innovation, so they try to do more on the pre-commercial procurement, inducement prices, dedicated loan and equity instruments. So there the Commission will offer more, because this is sometimes what they call this death valley of a technology, yeah, where you don't find the banks and so on, and you have no possibility to get the funding for your technology in a proper way. And what they will extend is international participation, facilitated but better protecting EU interests. So there will be extended partnerships with US, for example, but they always will try to see the reciprocity of it. So it means what do we give and what do we get back? Yeah, and sometimes with China and with US, it was a lot of give, and sometimes you were missing the what is coming back from their side. Yeah, so And there the Commission will try to improve it and make it easier, but also check carefully what they do. So you see also on all these topics here that there is a proper evaluation of every point here and on the rules for participation. The rules for a grant will be simplified. Accounting practices for direct costs will be easier. Flat rate for indirect costs, it's really helpful. No timesheets for personnel working full-time on a project. This is perfect. Yeah, it does two things. First of all, we know that some companies or universities, whatever, they put a person in 5 different projects, yeah, instead of maybe only 2 or 1. Yeah, a full-time equivalent working full-time on something can really concentrate on the work to do. We are not multitaskers, even if we think we are. Yeah, so it's important. EN did that many years ago already. Yeah. To increase the amount of staff within a project. And if it is a full research position, yeah, and this is a perfect person for it, yeah, can do the job, yeah, then it's very much appreciated and awarded by the instruments if this person is a full-time person. And then you just have to justify with a signature, this person was 100% full-time working on this project and it's justified. You don't need this complicated timesheet procedure. Very, very good. So the Commission was listening there. Fewer, better targeted controls and audits. Lowest possibility level of requirements for submission of audit certificates, yeah, without undermining sound financial management. This is always a tricky thing with the sound financial management. What does it mean? How many offers do I need? And so on. An improvement. And the audit strategy, also very important, will focus on risk and fraud prevention. So they want only to find those ones who manipulate, yeah, more than finding the €1.25 that was wrong in a cost statement for a bus ticket, yeah. So going out of these nitty-gritty things, yeah, and going into the complex mistakes that created problems within the financial management of the project. And then there are also improved rules on the intellectual property. You know that now we improved with the European patent. Yeah, that is already a wonderful environment. But they want to balance between legal security and flexibility. And they want to improve a bit the different rules that we sometimes had to apply within a consortium. Yeah, because sometimes this can hinder the exploitation. And tailor-made IPR provision for new forms of funding. There will also be a renewal of the IPR help desk. That is important for you whenever you have a problem and don't understand what you have to do in your consortium agreement because of something complicated. There's an IPR help desk with the same web name, ipr-helpdesk.eu. You can consult them and they help you. Yeah, they have a time equivalent for you to help you. Innovation thinking is embedded, so it's really a research and innovation project. You see that it's not only research anymore, it goes closer to the market. It has more parts open, light and fast than it was within the FP7. This is also, sometimes as a company it was complicated to navigate yourself through the FP7, what is the SIP, where do we have to focus, what should we use, where can we make the best partnerships. So sometimes we found nice partnerships, but the people said, no, we wait 6 months later, there's something close to it going on in the CIP, yeah, we want to go for the CIP, but the funding rules in CIP were not so nice like in the FP7 for us as a company. So sometimes it was very complicated. The Commission stopped that. Yeah, so it makes it easier and lighter and faster. And where the Commission really also improved already in FP7 is time to contract. They further improve this. So time between your proposal evaluation, and contract signed. I think they reduced the time by 50% already. Yeah, so they did a great job. Sometimes for us, it's sometimes almost too fast, yeah, how fast they do the contracts. And then also the payments, they are much better than in the past. The Commission is doing their homework and really improving on this. The Commission will not be so afraid to make a risk. So sometimes they will even support projects that take more risk. So the risk taking will be improved. They don't want to be always on the super safe side, because then sometimes the research is not anymore so safe. And strengthen the support for high-tech SMEs. This will be a big topic. Yeah, also for organizations that are supporting high-tech SMEs, there is a new possibility there. Seamless support from basic research to venture capital. That is also a real improvement. That is some experience taken from the US also. Innovation training for everyone. There will be possibilities via the Enterprise Europe network, but the Commission will also go ahead with the Improve. You know, Improve is going out of funding soon. But there will be this agency, and there will be possibilities for Improve and the Improve Academy. Yeah. Improve Academy is just a project, you can find it in the internet, Improve. It helps companies, small medium enterprise, to see where they are in their innovation management. So they can rank themselves and to find where am I in Europe compared in my business, in my sector, how good I am on innovation. A very good scheme, very good methodology behind, and it's all for free. If you compare the Horizon 2020 with the COSME project, I'm running out of time. And so just to compare it, Horizon 2020 is more the innovation-driven growth program, and the COSME is a specific SME program. Yeah, it's a creative, favorable business environment and competitiveness program with a lot of focus on specific SME support. And the Enterprise Europe network, for example, will be financed out of the COSME. It's in the last line. Enterprise Europe network set up under COSME, but support to SMEs for EU funding. So there's one part what the Enterprise Europe is doing as a service is support companies, universities, everyone in the country that wants to write a research project and afterwards to exploit it. The COSME will ensure continuity of some of the things that started, which is good. You know, the Commission is not stopping the instrument. Enterprise Europe Network will be continued. And this means that the hint that I was giving you will also be valid in 2015, 16, and 19, yeah, that you have someone who helps you on doing technology transfer. Yeah, key actions of the COSME program, where it really helps, is access to finance for SMEs through dedicated financial instruments. It's also interesting for universities that want to spin off, because when you are a university and you spin off, you are a new entrepreneur, okay? So you will find a lot of instruments there that were before complicated, yeah? They are much easier, and you get connection to the European Investment Bank, and you get more better instruments in order to exploit research via business incubation and via spin-off, links to venture capital and so on. Enterprise Europe Network I mentioned already. Yeah, the internationalization of SMEs, also innovative collaboration internationally will be fostered, and also access to market. When you see the communication of the Commission, and this is something you have to have in mind, you see that the COSME is expected to contribute to an annual increase of 1.1 billion in the EU GDP. So the Commission is already at this stage evaluating the impact of their program. And this is where they want to go for. They need to have your exploitation. They need to have your results, your best practices, your exploitation in order to generate these numbers. Yeah? There are targets behind. The Enterprise Europe Network has a clear target now. They have to create 1,200 new business products and services, and they have to justify this. And like a 400 million annual additional turnover for assisted companies, they have to justify that. Otherwise, the Commission will stop them. They have to be more efficient. They have to be more successful. They really have to create an impact. And this is what the Commission wants to change. Yeah, and access to finance for entrepreneurs, that is now a very, very good element, and that helps to cover the death valley that you normally have after the research. And I managed with only, unfortunately, 3 minutes for the discussion, but I tried to be, with this one, a bit faster, yeah? Because the information you get when the first calls are published, you always get the information from the Commission on their publication instruments. It's europa.eu. It's more the policy level. It informs you about all the new programs when they are evaluated and so on. And then you go to the participant portal, and on the participant portal you see all the calls published. You will learn when the first call from Horizon 2020 will come. You will learn when the COSME program starts, when all these products of the European Commission are ready for you to consume it and to use it. So I hope I could help you with my explanations and introduction to this topic.